Happy Tuesday evening to you. Welcome to the Rich Live Show. How y'all doing this lovely, lovely Tuesday evening? Get checked in. Make sure you say hello. I don't want to miss anybody. Happy Tuesday evening to you. Good evening. How you doing, Renee? Shout out to my moderator, Renee, and Ronnie, and everybody else. Happy Tuesday evening to you. Welcome to the Rich Live Show. This is Rich, and we're live, and we're going to have a conversation where we're dropping gems and great nuggets and whatever you want to call it. I just want to talk to y'all. So good evening to y'all. Get checked in. Good evening to you, Dorothy. Curtis, how you doing? Mahalia. Good evening to you, Miss D, and everybody else that's getting checked in. Welcome to the Rich Live Show. I go by the name of Rich. Some people call me Coach Rich. I am a business and life strategist, and I love to share information with beautiful people such as yourself. Good evening to everybody that's getting checked in. Hopefully you guys are off to a beautiful week. If not, we're going to change it right here. Hopefully y'all following me on TikTok, Instagram, and wherever you're listening. Good evening to you, Michelle. Hey, Peggy. Yeah, so welcome. I'm getting logged on to the station. Shout out to the people over there at the actual station listening. Make sure you're following the msenetwork.com. Go over there and I have some free information, free books that you can download and read tonight for absolutely free. So make sure you going over there to the msenetwork.com. Moderator put that in there. So if you want to know about me, if this is your first time, please make sure you're following me. And you can read my bio and learn about me and why I say, why I do what I do, what qualifies some of the statements. I'm not a psychologist, psychiatrist. I'm not a mental health specialist, but I'm a guy that know a lot about a little bit. So, and I love sharing it with you. So y'all get checked in. And I put something on TikTok I wanted to talk about a little bit today, which is distractions. And a lot of us are affected by them. And there's something else I want to talk about, fear. It's such a cliche. How you doing, Ronnie, over there? It's such a cliche to talk about fear, right? But we're going to talk about it anyway. So if you follow my post that I put out today, it was about basically distractions and defining what I believe in a honest way, what I believe distractions are. So I'm hoping that I'll say something tonight that would inspire you, or you guys can help me inspire somebody else. So this show is all about positiveness and all about uplifting and just bringing the right kind of energy to the platform and to the people. Good evening to you, Sharon, and you and the whole family. And good evening, Sexy Greeter, and everybody else that's logged on. So if you're on TikTok or Facebook, you may have saw the post that I spoke about candidly about distractions and what they are and what they mean to me. This is just my definition. Good evening, Bruni, of distractions. They typically show up when you're trying to get things going. So when something enters your life in a positive way, there's an opportunity to excel in life. There's an opportunity for you to get on the track you want to be on and get some things accomplished. Typically, distractions show up. And this is a sign that you're on the right track. A distraction shows up to destroy, deter, detour, and prevent you from, that's just the way the circle of life is. there's no two-sided coins. For everything, there's another thing. For everything good, there's something bad. I thank you so much for that. For everything good, there's something bad. But for everything bad, there's something good. For everything hot, there's something cold. There's a reverse to everything. If it's legal, then the other side is illegal. You know what I'm saying? So there's happiness and there's not. So I'm saying that to say that a lot of times negativity shows up at the most inopportune time to pretty much distract us. Anybody's ever been distracted? And a distraction could be from anyone, anything, anybody. You say you're true to something, or you believe in something, or you want to change something about your life. Let's take weight loss, for example. Let's take self-confidence. Let's take self-development, image. Let's take entrepreneurship. Let's take getting unstuck. Let's take changing the way the relationships are, getting in one, getting out of one, making one better, changing jobs, getting promoted. Let's take all of these as examples. And as soon as you begin to focus on that thing, distractions will show up. They get into your head. And then you get into your head with the distractions sometimes. And then you are in your head with the distractions, kind of like the amen corner. Your distractors are telling you to do the reverse thing of what you intended to do. I know some of y'all can relate. I'm a little deep sometimes, so I may have to pull it back a little bit. But I'm going to say that again. Sometimes distractions get into our heads, and we take the invitation to a distraction, and we get inside of our head with the distraction. I'm going to say that again. Sometimes distractions invite us into our own head, and we take the invitation and stay there. A distraction is just that. And someone was asking me today, how do you deal with that? What do you say to somebody that's been distracted? Or how do you recognize distraction? Like I said, distraction is something it's not relatively related to your focus. It wasn't there when you were inspired. It wasn't there when you were motivated. It wasn't there when you dreamed up this dream or when you envisioned yourself doing something powerful. The distraction wasn't there. It typically shows up when you're ready to grow. Distraction shows up when you're ready to elevate. Distraction shows up when you're ready to escalate. So distraction shows up when you are intentional about being focused. So basically anything that will enhance you as an individual, as a person, distraction is right on the other side. I know I'm talking to somebody. So good evening to Veronica and everybody else. How you doing, Veronica? Good to see you back. Bridget, good evening to you. So I wanted to kind of give you an opportunity to let that resonate with you for a little bit. A lot of us on a cusp of a breakthrough. We're close to the next level. We're close to what it is that we desire in our own lives. But then the distractor comes in. I'll give you an example of a distractor. It could be a health issue. It could be rumors. It could be he say, she say. It could be someone very close to you discouraging you and putting things in your ear. A lot of people that are close to you are not always there for the right reason. A lot of people that call and check on you are not always checking on you. Just checking to see your progress and what it looks like, making sure that you don't surpass where they are. I'm speaking to somebody. See, a lot of our homeboys and homegirls they're saying things like, I got you, girl. I got you. But they're just making sure that that measuring stick keeps you just slightly below where they are. If distractors enter your life or they're already in your life, the best way to deal with them is to remain focused. And sometimes you have to seclude yourself away from distractors. It's like studying for a test. Like, you got to block out the noise, you got to block out the distractions, but understand what they are. And we're going to dive into that conversation a little bit to help us understand why they show up and what they are. Good evening, Deborah. So, if you're one of those people that had a plan, that had an idea, that was trying to embark on something, trying to get something going, or you're trying to go somewhere, you're trying to do better or be better, and it finds you, it locates you in the midst of you doing something good. You know, it's like trying to work out and then something happens. And you don't make it to the gym, or you don't make it to the treadmill, you know, or trying to research something so you can better your life and you don't make it there. Something happens. Something causes you to think about something else that's not priority, but it's distracting. For example, this app, TikTok, could be distracting, right? This is a prime example. Something positive, someone pouring into you, someone speaking words of wisdom, encouragement, things of that nature. And then you say to yourself, let me just scroll. And then you scroll, and then there's a good fight. There's a fight in the street. There's someone gyrating or something happening that's funny, and it distracts you, and you never make your way back to the focus. Distraction. The whole thing about social media, it gives us the freedom to lie. It gives us the freedom to tell the truth. It gives us the freedom to have tombstone courage, liquid courage. We can disrespect others, but not only that, we can put on our capes and be who we imagine ourselves to be. So there's good, like I say, everything that exists has two sides. There's good in it because you can have the courage and self-esteem to really get your thing going and get your talent out there. That's one side. And the other side of it is you could live a complete lie. And these are some of the things that are distractors. These are some of the things that distract us. I give you another example. All the beautiful queens out there that are looking good. A lot of times the distractor is when we see another beautiful queen and how easy she made it look. You know, when you look at this woman with this nice figure, and she's been working out all her life, and she gives you a few encouraging words, I'm gonna go there. That person's been working on that body all their lives. All their lives. And then you begin to pursue what they say you can do, and then the first distraction that shows up, you find yourself off course. So start aligning yourself with the reality that you know you can live. Start aligning yourself with things that you know won't distract you. Be more intentional with your time. A lot of times we're distracted when we have idle time. You understand what I'm saying? Good evening, Michelle Peace, Deborah Manis. How you doing? Good evening, Veronica, over here on TikTok. So anyway, hey, listen, I wanted to speak about that. I wanted to get that off my chest. But if you want to know more of what I'm talking about, just follow me on TikTok. I got a piece out there I put out there. A lot of us are easily distracted, and I think we're easily distracted because we're not laser focused. And if you can be, I'm telling you, TikTok is a great app to use as an example. If you scrolling and you're looking for something intentionally and you find yourself off into la la land doing the latest trend watching the latest fight, following the latest gossip, seeing what's happening with P. Diddy. You get stuck. And it feels good, but you're distracted. And now you can't take care of you or what you need to take care of. So therefore, we got to get up and we got to go to work. We got to get up and we got to grind. We got to do more for other people than what we can do for ourselves because we have been distracted. Distraction is the enemy. Period. So try not to get distracted. So another thing I want to speak about, and then I want you guys to talk to me. I know I can't hear you, but I want y'all to put some comments in there. Through my coaching, and I like to speak to women a lot. I just do. Through my coaching, I noticed that a lot of women have fear of heights. Fear of heights. What does that mean? Fear of heights. Meaning that I wonder why the next level may be so difficult. The next level may be very challenging. And there's so much fear because you're afraid of heights. It's time to fly to the next level. And a lot of us are just so fearful. Fearful, not for the reason of not having enough courage, but most often, and this is just data, real data coming from me, from people that I speak to. The fear is not necessarily because they don't have courage. It's because of what they will look like if it didn't work out. It's what people will say, the judgment, the way I will look. You know what I'm saying? It's kind of like if there's a video call or a meeting or something that requires you to show your face, a lot of times you're stuck in default setting. Default setting means you care about what you look like, so you don't want to show your face. You care so much about the presentation of your body and your size that society has taught us to hold the camera a certain way so that we don't show the reality of who we really are. Society has taught us that we can put a silhouette or our favorite picture up in lieu of showing who we really are. And this is a sign, this is a clear indication to me that we have a little bit of work to do. Because the truth of the matter is, just as you are, most often you are beautiful. Enhancements are great. It polishes you. It makes you shine a little bit better. And I'm not against that. But I'm saying that a lot of us are afraid of heights, of elevating from the point that we are. And elevation doesn't mean an alteration. And I think we get our mindset mixed up that we feel like we need to alter who we are in order to elevate. So I want to encourage us today to begin to elevate from the person that we were made to be, because that person, as I always say, is a subject matter expert. You are a subject matter expert at being you. And the minute you begin to change or alter who you are in your natural state, you begin to weaken who you were really intended to be. I'm just saying. So I want to encourage you to start thinking about all the things that you should be doing that you're not. And being here so many weeks on TikTok and on the station, I've given people 3 points, 2 points. Follow these steps, do these things. And I notice a lot of folks are encouraged when they leave here, but they don't do it. They don't do it. And I think, I often grapple with the idea of why people don't invest in themselves. How you doing, Kawanabe? Why you don't do what you need to do for you. And it sounds so cliche for me to say this, but I come back here every Tuesday and I notice that you guys are really, 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 really looking for this motivation. And I got motivation, but motivation means absolutely nothing if we don't move, if we don't do something. but often we're distracted. So I'm going to leave you with some tips today that hopefully by the time we come back, good evening, Shelly. Thank you so much. You got to start investing in yourself. And I'm going to tell you why in a minute, but I want to inspire us because this is a motivational conversation. And hopefully by the end of this conversation, I'm going to inspire somebody to do something different so we can get a different result. Most of us are in our own way. Most of us are in our own way. So I want to inspire you to get out of your own way. So if this is your first time, welcome. How you doing, Jewels Robinson? Hopefully I didn't mess up your name. How you doing? So hey, I like to play this song because I think it kind of lifts our hearts and our minds and get us inspired, right? And then we're going to get back to this conversation. I want to give you some stuff that you can walk away. I'm just not going to talk into your head. I'm going to give you some real life stuff that could really change your life. All right, let's listen to this song and I'll be right back.
Okay. I'm about to have a good day. No matter what they say. The sun is shining down on me. Birds are singing praise. I'm about to have a good day. In every single way. The God who made the universe knows me by my name, so it's a good day. Baby in my arms, walking through the neighborhood, living in the present, not what I shoulda or coulda. I remember back when I was low as a rug. Now I'm standing up, look at what my father does, turning all things new, gray skies blue. Hear the church say, yeah, won't he do it? I know he's got my back. That's why I'm singing that. I'm about to have a good day. No matter what they say. The sun is shining down on me. Birds are singing praise. I'm about to have a good day. In every single way. The God who made the universe knows me by my name, so it's a good day. It's a good day, no, it's great. Everything I prayed for didn't come in late. I got all I need and I didn't have to wait. Ask me if you love me, you didn't hesitate. Turning all things new, gray skies blue. Yeah, the church saying, won't he do it? I know he's got my back. That's why I'm singing that. I'm about to have a good day. No matter what they say. Sun is shining down on me. Birds are singing praise. I'm about to have a good day. In every single way. God who made the universe knows me by my name, so it's a good day.
I like this joint. Put this on your playlist.
If you need the best entertainment in one place, music with smooth grooves, you have to tune in to MSC Network. And if you want the best place for the culture, the community, with good vibes, with good content for your soul, yeah. So tune in to the MSC Network, yeah. Tune in to the MSC Network, the MSC Network, the MSC Network. Tune in, yeah. The MSC Network, the MSC Network.
Yes. I had to get my plug in there. All right. So I said that I wasn't just going to talk to you. I was going to leave you with some stuff to do. And I want to challenge you. And I know most of us, we don't do it. And I'm trying to exert a real life testimony or situation. Most people, including you, and I want you to prove me wrong. Thanks, Bridget, for adding that website. Most people do not invest in themselves. You know, here's the thing. And make sure you download something, like download a song that inspires you for a ringtone, play it on your way to work, play it on your way. Just make sure you just force feed yourself positivity. But getting back to my point, most of us will pay for mediocrity. Most of us will pay for mediocrity when the opportunity to develop is free. I'm going to say that again. Most of us are willing to pay for mediocrity when the opportunity to self-develop is absolutely free. I know that's going to take a moment to resonate with some of us. And what I mean by that, mediocrity, meaning that we invest in ourselves, things that we change frequently, our hairstyles, right? Our hairstyles, our nails, our makeup, things that we do to alter ourselves, to make us look good, to enhance us. We pay astronomical amount of money. They say in the African American community that the beauty industry, hair, makeup, and nails, is $1 billion industry just from the African American community alone. And I was blown away when I found out how much money women invest in beauty. And this beauty is sometimes, when I say beauty, I mean the products and stuff. Sometimes it's temporary. And when I mean temporary, meaning the hairstyle change frequently, the makeup changes, the lipstick, the lashes. These things change frequently. But then you're still the same person. And what I'm saying is, there are opportunities for you to invest in yourself. Like I have books, I have courses that are very inexpensive. I did that intentionally, thinking that I would inspire people to kind of reverse engineer their investment into themselves. And what I notice is people will complain about the cost of the price, but you're broken on the inside. And it's a one-time cost for self-help, development, strategic planning with strategies on how to enhance your life. You'll complain about that and then turn around and invest hundreds, if not thousands, hundreds, weekly or bi-weekly on beauty. I'm talking to somebody. And I'm not trying to be, don't cancel me, but it's okay, because I'm going to tell the truth. This is just what I do here. I tell the truth. I asked this one lady, this is a true story, how much is it that she spent on herself as far as beauty? And there's nothing wrong with that. Absolutely nothing wrong with that. And she gave me an astronomical amount of money, from the eyelashes to the hair, the makeup, the transitional stuff, right? And she was really broken. And she asked for a coaching package. And it was 50 to 75% less than what she pay per week for beauty. And she said it was too expensive. Let's be careful on what we're doing with this shell, the shell of what we depict in the future, what we depict on the outside, what we're depicting, the presentation. Let's be careful of how we're investing on the presentation, because at the end of the day, we have to go home and be alone with our problems. We have to go home and be alone with the trauma. We have to go home and be alone sometimes. Even with the mate, you still have to live with you as you are. And so many people invest in mediocrity when the opportunity for excellence is minuscule. It is almost free compared to what you pay for the shell for presentation. I'm just keeping it 100 with y'all. I see my numbers dropped when I start hitting those points. Some people don't want to hear the truth. But the fact that you still here let me know that you're real people, right? So the point I'm trying to make is I want to reverse engineer, not for me, for you. And I'm not asking you for anything. I don't want anything from you. I'm just asking that you start to look at the value that you bring to you and society and the world and start to polish that and do that thing that you want to do. Do the thing that's calling you. Do the thing that you were purposed to do. You know, some of us are in our 40s, our 50s, and our 60s, and we're still looking for our purpose. Well, I tell you that you are the purpose. Some of us are looking for the silver bullet. You are the silver bullet. Some of us are looking for the secret. You are the secret. The secret is you. You know, if you're a God-fearing person, if he made you in his likeliness, in his image, then that means that you're perfect as you are. You're perfect the way that you are. All you have to do is polish and be the best version of that person that you actually are. So stop self-suppressing. Stop allowing distractions in your life. Some of us are magnets to distractions. Some of us are afraid of heights. We're afraid of success. We're afraid of elevating. We have so much fear in so many areas, and we're able to mask it. A lot of us mask our fear with beauty. If I look good, then you don't know how afraid that I really am. If I look polished, then I look confident if I can present that. But the truth of the matter, inside, there's so much I have that's burning inside of me, but I can't let it out because I'm afraid. And most often that fear come from what we think people perspectives will be. Yes. Somebody said, why listen to lies and people pretending? I don't know. We do. So we shouldn't do this. Listen, if you find a quiet place inside your life, inside your house, inside whatever it is, inside your heart, find a quiet place, you'll hear all the things that you need. You don't have to hear from me. You don't have to pay someone else to tell you what it is. But if you find that peace within yourself, all the verbiage, all the things that you need to hear will be said to you. What I notice about most of us, especially the women, we get stuck inside of our heads. Thank you. We get stuck. Good evening to you, be blessed. A lot of times we get stuck in our head. And when I'm telling you, when a woman gets in her head, it is like a prison. It is hard to get her out. It is hard to get her out of her head. And the most powerful person on the universe, I believe, is a woman. So if we can free you like a caged bird and allow you to flop or to flap your wings. Some of our wings have been cut by circumstances. Some of our wings have been snipped by life woes. But I'm telling you, if you're a caged bird, you can still sing. If you're a caged bird, you can still fly. If your wings have been cut, there's so much value, you probably can fly. Have you tried it? So let's stop living like a caged bird. If you want to be free, the bird cage is open. Stop flying around in the cage. The cage is like you living inside your head. And a lot of us find it to be very safe to stay inside the cage because nothing can come inside that bird cage that we're in. But the truth of the matter is, even though you're in that bird cage and nothing can come inside, you can't get out. I'm talking to somebody. How you doing, Ms. Freeman? So let's free ourselves from this bondage, this self-bondage, this fear, this inability to move, the fact that we're stuck inside of our heads. A lot of us are afraid of heights, and we are birds. Ooh, I'm going to say that again. A lot of us are birds, and we are afraid of heights because life circumstances have caged us. And we have found satisfaction being in the cage because we know nothing or no one can come in the cage. But you forget that you are a bird and you were meant to fly. You are not meant to be caged. Thanks, Bruni. So this goes out to all my queens and kings, especially my queens. If you are a caged bird, you need to read that poem by Maya Angelou. If you are a caged bird, please understand that you do not have to stay in the cage. Your wings may have been snipped many moons ago or even recently. You may be healed and not even know it. Have you tried to fly recently? Have you tried to get out of the cage inside of your head? A lot of us stopped trying because it felt like it was too painful. Well, I can tell you what's worse than that pain. It's the pain of getting through life, never to have flown and have wings. And all of us have wings. Some of us choose not to fly because of fear of falling out the sky. Who am I talking to? Be brave. Let's have a good day. Come on. That's right, Bruni. Failure is not trying. If you only have 1 or 2 fail attempts, I'm sorry. I'm not impressed. I failed at 10 businesses. 10, probably more, but I can only recall 10. 10 businesses, I probably had 7, 8 L. 8 of them were limited liability companies, and 2 of them were corporations. And I failed at every single last one of them. If you are not failing, you are not trying. A failure is a lesson for the future of success. Failure is a byproduct to success. I'm going to say that again. Failure is a byproduct to success. So, all my cage birds, I'm going to ask you to uncage yourself. Test your wings. Fly. You don't even know if they work. Dorothy say we fall down, but we get up. Like Les Brown say, if you're going to fall, man, fall on your butt. Because if you fall on your butt, you can look up. And if you can look up, you can get up. Hey, so ask me questions. Let me know. I want to coach live. I want to put this thing to test, right? I'm a business and life strategist, and I'm all about strategies on how to get you from one point to the next. But think about the cage bird. If this is you, you're welcome, be blessed. If you are a cage bird, please uncage yourself. Shay said, I know why the cage bird sings by Maya Angelou. Yeah, I love that. My daughter, she did that today. She does that all the time in a play. Matter of fact, got an award. Congrats. Listen, so here's some things I want to give you guys, and I want you to walk away with this. If you have a cell phone, matter of fact, I want to make this an interaction thing. if you guys are listening on a cell phone, put it in the chat. Just put yes in the chat. If you're listening or you're watching me on the cell phone, put yes on the chat. I want to give you guys an exercise. What I notice is that every week that we're being motivated and inspired, but we're not necessarily moving. So I want to encourage us to move in the direction of change. All right, so everybody put in these yeses. These yeses. I got something I want us to do, and it's very simple and it's painless, but it's something about the endorphins of our the dopamine in our brain that we can ignite it by simple things. So y'all keep those yeses coming if you're listening on a cell phone. Okay, so this is what I want you to do. This is the first exercise I want you to do. As you are tonight or tomorrow morning or whatever it is, when you get a moment, take your cell phone, do the selfie where the camera faces you, and do a 60-second video clip. We're not going to post it. We're not going to see it. This is you to you. Have a conversation with how proud you are of you on video. Have a conversation with you talking to you, being happy with what you are about to do. Talk to you and empower you. Talk to the version of you that you wish you could be. Speak to your phone as if you exist. So if you are a CEO, if you are a lady boss, if you are a radio personality, if you are a writer, if you are an entrepreneur, if you're a wonderful mom or wife, if you're somebody's wife to be and you're single and you don't have a mate, talk to that person as if that person exists, and do it in a manner as if you believe it actually exists. But here's the caveat. When you play it back, you're going to feel some kind of way. Do it on the cell phone. I'm telling you what I have done. I'm telling you what I have done. Speak positivity in yourself. Speak things into existence. But don't just say it in your mind. We have technology. Let's use these phones. Turn it towards yourself. Video it. Say, hey, Michelle, I'm so proud of you. Girl, you love music. And now you're going to have your own radio show. Be blessed. Say to yourself, I'm finally going to write this book. I'm so proud that I'm going to start outlining these chapters from my beautiful book. I'm also going to write a cookbook. Shay, write to yourself that thing you've been dreaming of. Say it to yourself. And when you play it back, you're going to feel different, because you're going to look at you and see what you look like, but you'll look at yourself different. Because if you say it like you really believe it, when you play it back, you're going to feel like you owe you. And it wakes up the dopamine in our brain to start to lean in that direction. I don't know. See, y'all think I'm crazy. But see, people do this stuff. It works. Talk to yourself. Talk to your future. Talk to your success. Speak to you. Forgive you. Apologize to you. Love you. Say you are the bomb. I am so beautiful. I am so powerful. I am really about to do this thing. You know what that is. Do it. And when you play it back, I promise you, DM me, tell me how you feel. This thing works. I'm not going to tell you to do anything that I do not do. I'm just saying. I'm going to call you out. That's right. We family, we friends. I'm going to call you out. And I'm going to read your comments. All right. So somebody asked me, thank you, Shay, what if you are none of those things? Well, come back in the chat and explain to me what you mean you're none of those things. We all have, that's the whole purpose of the exercise. If you are none of those things, this is why we're speaking it into the phone, the video, so that we're telling ourselves that this is what we are. This is who we are going to become. This is what we're about to embark on. This is what we're going to start. We owe us this thing. But it's not going to make much sense listening to me. It's not going to make much sense when you're doing it. But when you play it back, whoa. Because what you play back won't be you. Ooh, y'all not ready for that. Y'all not ready for that. I'm going to get a little deep with you right now. What you are seeing and what you are hearing is not actually me. Ooh. It's a version that you heard seconds ago. So whatever you record is not actually yourself, but when you play it back, it is the spitting image of technology giving you the mirror reflection of what it saw. Y'all ain't ready for that. So that means that you can give you the courage that you need and turn around and encourage yourself. Y'all ain't ready for that. Some of y'all gonna get this a little bit later. This video, this is what you're watching. You believe it's in real time, but it's not in real time because the minute I said the word time, time is already passed. So in speaking to yourself, you can go back to that version of yourself that believed in that moment that it was possible. And if you like it, you could save it and remind yourself of what you promised yourself. Oh man, it's just this, I'm telling you, it's deep. Y'all ready for this? Do it on video. Don't just say it. Don't, they tell you to put it in the universe. I'm going to ask you to take it a step further. Put it in your phone, video yourself, and I'm telling you, speak to yourself for a minute, 2 minutes, whatever the case is. And you know what? Play it back. It's going to be hard to watch. And then it's going to be invigorating to see the power that you exude into yourself, the life that you're speaking into yourself. She says, Sweet Bee said, I recognize you without saying your title. Just for clarity. I am not. Tell me about it, Sweet Bee. Apostolic. Tell me about it. Yeah, so thanks for sharing that information. So I am not a prophet. I'm just basically, I use these exercises, and they work on me. Absolutely, you're onto something now for me. Thank you for starting the process. She's starting this process immediately. See, what I'm challenging us to do is to stop coming and stop scrolling on these things, because there's a lot of good content on TikTok. There's a lot of good content out here on social media. It is, but a lot of us just don't do some of this stuff. But you shouldn't do all the stuff. But the stuff that I'm going to embark you to do is for you. It's for you. And it's absolutely free. And like I say, a lot of us will pay for mediocrity and will not embark on excellence for absolutely free. And I just gave you the secret to excellence. excellence is for you to speak excellence into you. You want to be extraordinary. If you don't feel extraordinary, then you can be whatever you want to be in this phone. Video yourself, talk to yourself, talk you into it, talk you through it. And when you play it back, oh my God. And if you want to take it a step further, share it. Share it with me. Post it. Say Coach Rich told me to do this. Sweet V said I was one of those. Well, Sweet V, I want to talk to you. Why are you feeling like you're not one of those things? Like you don't have to be any of those things, but the fact that we have breath, we all want something. And I'm saying speak it to yourself so that you can invoke yourself to move. To move. To move. Whatever it is that's on your heart, whatever it is that you haven't reached, whatever it is that you desire to do, I'm telling you, turn your phone around, face yourself, have a conversation with yourself. But it has to be positive if you want it to work. It's got to be inspirational if you want it to work. It's got to be motivational if you want it to work. You have to pour into you. This exercise actually works. Pour into yourself. It's going to feel very weird in the beginning. You're going to want to do it over. But I'm going to encourage you to do it. To do it. And when you play it back, be open-minded. You're going to learn a lot about yourself in that 60 seconds. Play it back days later. See, if you're not moving in that direction and you play it back a few days later, you're going to feel guilty, and it's going to nudge you in the direction you should go. Hey, how you doing, Silver Fox? I appreciate that, Mom. So, Sweet V, you said, well, you mentioned titles, and I was one of them. However, because of my health, all of that has changed. Did your health decline, or did it get better? See, I believe 90% of what we live is in our head. We can all achieve so many different things in life. If we got to believe it in our head. Now, you may not, because of health reasons, may not be able to do physical things. But let me tell you, it all starts with the mind. The mind can tell you to live. It can also tell you to give up on life. I'm just saying. Think about that for a second. Some people may need more than 60 seconds. She said your health declined. Okay. You know what? This will definitely work for you, Sweet V. If your health has declined, like many of us have had some level of that, because as we get older or mature, things happen, right? Speak yourself to health. You may not be able to get rid of what happened or reverse some things, but you can speak yourself into the healthiest version that you could possibly be. And it may start in your mind. So even if you can't move, if you can't walk, if you can't physically do the things that you used to do or that you desire to do, you can hold this phone and face it towards yourself and talk to the better version of you and inspire you in a way that you've never done before. There's no one that can encourage you better than you. We don't know this because we don't do it. It starts in your mind. So that's one of the exercises, right? There's a purpose for all of our lives, and you just made it clear as day for me tonight. It is. a lot of us need to see ourselves. And I'm not speaking about necessarily see ourselves in the mirror, but like a lot of us don't know what we sound like because we're hearing ourselves as we're speaking. So it's a different sound when you're playing yourself back. You look different to yourself when you look at yourself. Convince yourself that you are the person that you would like to be, or that you can do better and that you can be better. Forgive yourself when you're talking. Reward yourself when you're speaking to yourself. I'm just saying, speak life into you and then play it back. Oh my God. You'll be amazed. If you need to work out, it's going to be in the playback. If you need to smile more, it's going to be in the playback. If you need to be more convincing and truthful and honest to yourself, it's so authentic. It's so real, and it has no outside influence. It has no feedback. It's just you and you. I'm telling you, try it. You have got to listen to what you're saying to yourself. You cannot unhear the words that are negative. So why not put yourself in a position where you cannot unhear the words that are positive, that you said? Think about that. Thank you for the roses. I'm talking to somebody. I know it sounds, listen, I like to give gems that could be life-changing. You cannot unsee or unhear anything if you are a human being. You cannot unlive any circumstances. So if you've been a victim of any level of abuse, if you have mommy issues, daddy issues, if you lost someone, you cannot undo or unsee or unhear any of those circumstances. But what you can do is oversaturate all of that negative by making sure that you hear so much positivity. And if it's not from the outside world, turn the phone around and you talk to you and you reaffirm you, and then you bring you joy. And you encourage you. Sometimes we all run out of encouragement, right? Listen to motivational speaking. We listen to our favorite this, our favorite that, and then we're still finding ourselves not encouraged enough. Encourage yourself. Life got better for me when I finally realized that I was my own savior, not in the spiritual sense. I know God's my savior, but when I realized I was responsible for me, life gets better when we take on ownership. Life gets better when we start to forgive others. Life gets better when we forgive ourselves. It doesn't necessarily get better when we run from our reality. Our reality is our shadow, and I don't care where you go. It will land you in a cage, and you will become a caged bird. And if you're that person, and you know you're in the cage, and you know you are a caged bird, birds were meant to fly. So if you found yourself in a comfortable place and you're tweeting in your cage and you're singing in your cage, please know you don't have to stay in that cage. Let's find a way. Our wings may have been clipped. things may have happened. You ever notice a bird in the cage, like a parakeet, that they have a little rope around one of their legs, one of their feet? And they're tied, they're tethered to the swing, and they're in the cage. This keeps the bird from desiring to fly while it's in the cage. Have you tethered yourself to a place that you no longer deserve to be? Have you found your cage too comfortable? Have you outgrown your cage? Have you tried to fly recently? Yes. So, give me your feedback, Dorothy. That's right. I'll call your names because I feel like I know you. Give me your feedback. What do you think about this conversation? Put in the comments if you're going to try this exercise. And the exercise, if you got on late, is basically, I would love to see the results of us taking the phone and videoing ourselves for at least 60 seconds, talking to ourselves, encouraging ourselves, saying, Richard, you got this. Man, you the best motivational speaker in the world. You got this. They just haven't discovered you yet, man, but you are amazing. You're one of the best. You're a good-looking man. You're powerful. You're strong. You're a godly man. You're amazing. You're not perfect, but you're going to be on big stages. You're going to have sellout crowds. They're going to love you. See, I did that in front of you. You don't have to do it in front of us. Speak life into yourself. Let's talk about your future. Complete the challenge. And if you care to share, share. But you can delete it. You can redo it. But at the end of the day, I'm telling you, when you play it back, your life will never be the same. It'll never be the same. Hey, Rosie, good evening to you. Shay said, I'm definitely going to complete the challenge. Please complete the challenge, and let's talk about it. Let's talk about it next Tuesday. How many of y'all, put in the comments, how many of y'all are going to try this challenge? See, I read somewhere, and I do a lot of reading and I do a lot of research. So when I speak to you, I'm not just speaking from, not pulling stuff from the sky. I do my own research and I study. I care. I want to learn. I want to grow. They say that 90-something% of people on this earth cannot do simple things because they're so simple they don't believe that it works. The most basic, simple things we don't do because we don't believe something so simple will work. Am I talking to somebody? How many of y'all are going to get off this live and not take this challenge? I won't know. Nobody would know. But you're letting yourself down by not trying it. It is harmless. It's costless. The best things, the most extensive education you can receive is going to be free. This challenge is free. Don't let yourself down. See, most of us never heard this. There are things that people don't want you to know because they make you pay for it. There's things that people gatekeep, and they're so simple that we believe it's impossible that it will work. So I want to be bringing tips and gems every week. Lady, you know, sister, queen, king, like it's really this easy. It's really this simple. All right, so let me read these comments. Ask questions if you got questions. Let me know what you think. Make sure you follow. Make sure you're following me because I'm coming back here every week and I'm bringing it. I'm going to keep bringing it. Thank you for being courageous enough to try it. If you like to, text me, DM me. Let me know that you tried it. If you courageous enough, share the video. But speak to yourself. Encourage yourself. Talk to the version of yourself you wish exists. Okay, Sweet V, try it. Try it. Lady Brenda said she's going to try it. Shout out to everybody. Be Blessed is going to try it. Let me see. Who else is going to try it? Try it. Sometimes, like when Sharon, I want you to try it. Evelyn, I want you to try it. Veronica, try it. I want all you guys to try it. Curtis, everybody, just try it. And if it doesn't work, it don't cost you a thing. Good evening, Cynthia. If it doesn't work, it doesn't cost you a thing. So here's the thing. Get rid of the distractions. Resist the temptation to get feedback. Resist the temptation to get feedback. See, because if you care what somebody thinks about it, then you're not really being authentic. So if you include someone else, now I'm not saying don't share it with someone. I'm saying speak to you one-on-one for at least 60 seconds, encouraging you, forgiving you, empowering you for 60 seconds with no feedback. Don't care what anybody thinks. Say what you need to say to you. And that way you are authentically having a conversation with yourself. And it's not going to make sense until you play it back. And when you see what you look like, and you hear what you sound like, it is going to be invigorating. All right, Michelle P says she's going to try it. Jackie, you going to try it? Rosie said, I tried this before. I think this one will be different. Okay, Rosie says she tried it before. She think this was going to be different. Yeah, so I'm giving you the framework to be able to do this, and let me know if it works, because I'm interested. I don't just want to give some bad information, but I do this to myself, for myself. Another thing that I do in my calendar, Lady CK says she will try. In my calendar, I don't just put dates and things that I'm going to do. I write myself a little note in the comment section of my calendar. Let's get into the habit of setting dates. There's no prize without a plan. Start setting dates. What does that mean? That means, what do you want to do and when should it be done by? And write it in your calendar under notes. Don't let me down. That you won't let yourself down. A lot of us plan to be better, but you don't know when by. A lot of us plan to get out of our circumstance, our situation, but we don't know when. We don't have a date. I'm going to lose weight. By when? I'm going to change this in my life. By when? By October? By July? So anyway, make sure you're writing down your thoughts. Make sure you're being authentic to yourself. B. Hut say I would try. Hello, and yes, I will try. It would be longer than 60 seconds. The fact that you're thinking that it's going to be longer than 60 seconds, that's amazing, because it means you got a lot to say. But make sure it's all positive. Forgive yourself. Say thank you to you. Encourage you. Speak about what your plans are to you. Say, hey, this is what I'm going to do. I'm so proud of me because I'm about to start writing this first chapter. I'm about to start writing this song. I'm so proud that I'm going to get to this point. I'm going to start my LLC. I'm going to write my book. I'm going to end this relationship. I want to begin. I'm going to start walking. I'm so proud that by this day, I'll be here. I'm so happy that I have the courage to talk to me in a way that I've never done before. Hello, me. Listen, Lady CK say, I already know some of the things I want to say. Say it to yourself. Be true to you. It doesn't work if you're not honest. It doesn't work if you're not positive. There's something in the brain that we trigger, and it makes us lean in that direction. So if we say that we broke, our brain teaches us to believe just that, and then we are just that. And we stay broke because we say we're broke. We stay broken because we keep saying we're broken. Sweet V, if you say you're healed, then you'll begin to heal yourself. Be your own prophet. If it doesn't work, what do you have to lose? So anyway, shout out to everybody that took the time to listen to me. I hope this was a great conversation. I hope I'm helping someone. You know what? Thanks for taking the challenge. Thanks for taking the challenge. DM me. Make sure you follow me. Let me know that you're doing it. It works. That's all I can say. I believe with every fiber in me that if you encourage yourself and if you talk to yourself, it works. Miss Freeman, Veronica, Evelyn, Hefe Darrow, Sharon. Listen, there's one person on this planet, only one person on this planet that has always shown up for you, and that's you. You have never left you. You have always been there for you, and you have always got you through what you've been through. Why not let it be you to talk to you? Why not let it be you encouraging you? You've never left you. Don't you let you down. You need to speak to you. Have that conversation that you need to have. All right, until the next time, hey, get your questions in before I hop off. It's going to be a good day. Find you something to encourage you. Listen to something that is going to be inspirational. Just like food, make us gain weight. Feed us positivity. You're welcome, Michelle. I want you to share yours with me, Michelle. You're welcome, B Hut, Sweet V. Hey, you guys have a good night, but most importantly, this is a good day. This is a great day. Let me tell you something. Encourage yourself. Do this thing. Do it, do it, do it. Do not get off of this live. Do not go to bed. Whatever. Do not do it. Do it. It is absolutely free, and I think you'll be amazed. You'll be amazed at what you come up with if you give yourself a chance. Encourage yourself. Take everybody out the equation. Take everything off the table and just talk to you. Encourage you. Say the things that mom never may have said to you, that the husband or the children hasn't said to you. Say thank you. Appreciate you. Love you. take care of you. Say the things that were left unsaid to you that you needed to hear. And the things that you're not hearing that you need to hear, say them to you. That's how powerful you are. But you got to activate your superpower. And we're going to talk about that. Renee, Bridget, Shay, we're going to talk about superpower next week. And we're going to talk about the results of us talking to ourselves. How about that? All right. Love you guys. There's absolutely nothing you can do about the love I have for you. Have a good night. Please listen to the song before you go. I love it.
Okay. I'm about to have a good day. No matter what they say. The sun is shining down on me.
Good night. Love you guys.
Praise. I'm about to have a good day. In every single way. The God who made the universe knows me by my name, so it's a good day. Baby in my arms, walking through the neighborhood, living in the present, not what I shoulda or coulda. I remember back when I was low as a rug. Now I'm standing up, look at what my father does, turning all things new, gray skies blue. Hear the church say, yeah, won't he do it? I know he's got my back. That's why I'm singing that. I'm about to have a good day. No matter what they say. Sun is shining.
Hey, the name of this artist is called Frank. His name is Frank Forrest.
In every single way.
Once again, love you. There's nothing you can do about it, all right? Make sure you tell somebody you love them for no reason at all. And if you don't tell somebody you love them, tell yourself. Good night.
Okay. I'm about to have a good day. No matter what they say. The sun is shining down on me. Birds are singing praise. I'm about to have a good day. In every single way. The God who made the universe knows me by my name, so it's a good day. Baby in my arms, walking through the neighborhood, living in the present, not what I shoulda or coulda. I remember back when I was low as a rug. Now I'm standing up, look at what my father does, turning all things new, gray skies blue. Hear the church say, yeah, won't he do it? I know he's got my back. That's why I'm singing that. I'm about to have a good day. No matter what they say. The sun is shining down on me. Birds are singing praise. I'm about to have a good day. In every single way. The God who made the universe knows me by my name, so it's a good day. It's a good day, no, it's great. Everything I prayed for didn't come in late. I got all I need and I didn't have to wait.